Hello there, my name is Katie and you're listening to the Superconsole podcast, Episode 2, where I am joined once again by the lovely
Ryan Alfred Page. Hello.
Hello, and Ryan's in a pretty mellow mood today, aren't you?
I am really mellow. I've had a reasonably stress-free day, which is really nice. I've been working hard recently.
I mean, when you say reasonably stress-free, you're at home all day.
Yep.
On a day off work.
Yep.
So when there's stress and stress-free, I mean, you're pretty much 10 out of 10 on that one, aren't you?
It was great. It was a really nice day.
And Ryan just told me a minute ago, just before we started recording, that he had a bath. And so for anyone who hasn't seen Ryan, he's a tall fellow, aren't you?
I'm reasonable height for a male of 23 years of age.
And our bath is pretty small. Pretty small. So the image of you reading a magazine in our bath is hilarious. Did you have a cup of Earl Grey at the same time?
No, I didn't have a cup of Earl Grey, but it was like really, really cosy.
Nice. Did you have candles?
I didn't.
Did you have our little battery-powered candles?
I didn't have candles or a bed of like rose petals all over the bath.
Well, you missed out. I think you did yourself short then. You should have gone all out.
I should have.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
But did you have the cup of Earl Grey?
I didn't have the cup of Earl Grey. I've had nothing but coffee today, which is nice.
So recently Ryan has been trying to convince me that Earl Grey is the king of all tea.
I'm not saying it's the king of all tea. I'm just saying it's the Earl of all tea, you know?
I just personally think that Earl Grey is like a weak man.
Okay, but an old, weak man also has a lot of knowledge behind him.
Yeah.
There's a lot going up in that old head of his.
I like a, classic.
It's a distinct,
Bilderberg.
refined flavour. And if you can't take that, well, you're obviously not a refined person.
So what is the best time to drink an Earl Grey?
I always feel like it's in the evening. Not during the day when you're powering through work, but when you have the time to sit, relax, and enjoy the tea.
We never have that time.
No, but when we do have that time, it makes for an excellent tea.
True. Okay, I'll give you that one. So, when you've not been drinking Earl Grey and relaxing in the evenings, what have you been playing this week, Ray?
So, this week I have been playing a lot of Destiny 2, which has been a lot of fun. I finished the campaign now. I didn't think it was incredible.
How long was the campaign?
It wasn't that long.
No?
I think I must have put about... If I didn't do all of the random little side quests and misadventures that go on...
The misadventures.
on the side, I think it must have been about 8 hours or something.
Well, that's really short for a campaign.
It is quite short, but...
That's like VR game level short.
Well, it's not that short, but... I think the thing with Destiny, though, it's more multiplayer driven, so it's kind of like a... kind of thing.
I thought they were meant to be focusing more about story this time. I thought that was the whole point.
There's more like expansions and stuff coming as well. So
you've got to buy.
I've already bought them. So
for God's sake,
it was cheaper to get the season pass thing with the both season passes.
It would have been cheaper
game.
To not buy it at all. That's what would have been cheaper.
It would have been cheaper if they just came with the game.
Yeah, it'd be cheaper if they cut it out of the story.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, let's just move on swiftly. What have you been playing, Katie?
I have been playing the far more light-hearted, fun and charming Mario Odyssey. No, not Doom. Doom on Switch. No, I've been playing Mario Odyssey and it is delightful. Absolutely delightful. I wouldn't say, controversially, it is 10 out of 10, which many very good esteemed reviewers have been giving it. It's nice, but it's not super complex. Not that it needs to be, but...
I mean, it's a Nintendo game. It's not going to be complex.
Excuse me, Ryan.
Name me one, actual, complex Nintendo game. And I mean, complex, StarCraft level complex.
But now you're just comparing it to, a micromanagement kind of game. That's stupid. You can't compare a,
I'm just talking about
sim management to a platformer.
Just the complexity, though.
You're putting me on the spot now.
Here we go.
I mean, if we're talking about games that are on a Nintendo system, you've got Shin Megami Tensei series.
Yeah, that's
You've
true.
got, the Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Yeah. Sharp, Effie.
I'm surprised you haven't mentioned Phoenix Wright, but it's not, the most complex
That's
game.
not complex.
It's not the most... No.
It's Nintendo logic. We all know it.
Yeah.
I think there's lots of mature games on Nintendo systems, even if that doesn't mean complex.
Oh, remember that one, like, zombie game that came out on Wii U?
Zombie U!
Oh my god.
That was quite cool, because you took up, like, from where you left off, so if you died, you could go and
That would have
find
been
yourself.
actually kind of cool on the Switch.
I mean, anything's cool on the Switch, come on.
This is true.
Every game that Ryan and I have been buying lately, we've literally been like, oh, why isn't this on Switch? Everything is better portable.
Yeah.
It is.
Maybe.
Actually,
I mean, I used to be, like, super against having console-style games on, like, a mobile platform, because it never really felt right. I didn't like the idea of just being able to, like... I like the idea of being able to kind of, like, stop midway through a game. But if I'm playing something, like, that's really story-driven...
it's difficult to do.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, an example, but...
Are you going to say that Skyrim, or, like... No, that's
I
more
don't know,
open world, isn't it?
you can pause in Skyrim quite easily, can't you? It's not... Well, I'm not sure now.
I don't know what kind of game I wouldn't want to pause in the middle of.
Something that's, like, overly cutscene-y and, like... Something where I need to sit down because there's, like, a ton of cutscenes, and if I'm, like, on a train and I need to quickly get off, I don't really want to stop watching the cutscene.
But I think Persona 5 would have been fine on. And that's got quite a few. Well, it's not got loads, but it's got...
Well, I mean, it was on the Vita, and it was fine.
Or P4, yeah. P4 was great on the Vita. Yeah. Anyway, Mario. That was a massive, massive sidetrack. So we also played co-op on Mario Odyssey this weekend, didn't we? What did you think of it?
The co-op wasn't super, like, deep, but it was fun. It was nice that they had it. It was like it was a nice to have thing, wasn't it?
So the idea around it is obviously in single player you play Mario and his hat, and you can run around as Mario and jump about, but you also, like, press, I think it's Y, to, like, fling your hat and, like, capture things. So when you play co-op, one of you is Mario, so you just run around and jump, and the other one is the hat, so you fling about and possess.
I mean, like, you just kind of, like, told me what to do half the time, so...
That's normally the way we game.
Yeah.
When it's Nintendo, anyway.
But it didn't feel like I had much of a choice in terms of, like, what I did as a character within the game. It was more like I was just an extension of your actions.
Well, that's because that's what it is in single player, really. I mean, I think it's a nice... we still had a good time.
It was still funny.
And it was very communicative. Like, we were chatting a lot.
It wasn't something like Cuphead, though, where, I don't know, we're both kind of, like, trying to do our own thing, and it's a bit more, we're both trying really hard.
Yeah, I just don't think, like, they would have had to have completely redesigned it if you were to have two Marios.
No, definitely.
Like, it would have been...
Definitely.
And it wouldn't make any sense.
No.
From a...
No.
I mean, maybe you could have Luigi. I mean, that's
they could have just had, like, a nice side co-op mode that's not based upon the single player, but, like, I don't know, like a load of...
Captain Toad. Bring back Captain Toad. Just have him.
Yeah.
Oh, time for adventure.
Time for adventure! Oh.
I love your Time for Adventure so much.
Mario Party on the Switch. Oh my god. Why hasn't it come out?
Oh, except not the awful version that came out on Wii U.
No,
Mario Party 10 was...
No.
Is it 10? I've lost track. It was so bad.
But it'll be so much fun. So much spontaneous, like, actual fun. Not like 1-2 Switch.
Have you played it yet? 1-2 Switch?
Yes, I played it at work.
Because we've got it here as well. Do you know that?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, we've got it.
Oh, I didn't know.
When we actually have friends around sometime in the future.
Maybe.
We should play it. It's quite fun.
No, it is fun.
For a limited time only.
Yeah. It's not as, like, spontaneous, though, as I think I'd want it to be, though. Because it does require a bit of setting up.
I guess so. But still, if you're doing it a little bit drunk...
Yeah.
I mean, you were doing it in an office environment.
Yeah.
I was doing it with friends when we had a few drinks, so...
Okay.
I've also been playing Stardew Valley. Actually, was it Saturday night? Or was it
Sunday night?
My lord, I was in a circle of you just keep pressing
one more
next
turn.
Day.
The one more turn thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So with Stardew Valley, to save, you have to go to bed. So you have to do a whole day in order to save, or you cut your day short and save. So
then, like,
it's so easy just to start the next day.
Well, it's just like, it was like, oh, I'm just going to see whether or not my crops have grown. It's like, oh, they've grown. Might as well just go
it's
cut those down. And and I might as well carry on with for the rest of the day.
Oh, and Shane's calling me. Hello, Shane. Hey.
Good times.
My boyfriend in Stardew Valley is Shane. Now, I was talking with Ryan about the morals of dating Shane. Because if anyone hasn't played Stardew Valley, he is the token depressive drunk of the town. He's very cute in the way that he works in a supermarket and he lives with his, I think, aunt, who owns the chicken farm. So he loves chickens, which obviously is why I chose him.
You just wanted the chicken pupper.
I just wanted the chicken pupper. And also he gives you blue chickens, so that's I'm using him, basically. But the quickest way to woo him is to buy him beer. Now, obviously, from a moral point of view, I'm feeding his addiction. I'm essentially buying him the thing which
is destroying him.
But it's the quickest way to his heart. And I spoke with Ryan about the ethics of doing that. How do you feel about it?
Well, I mean, you buy me video games, so...
And coffee.
Exactly.
I feel your addiction.
You're just as bad in real life.
That's true. You buy me video games.
Yeah, but you're not addicted to them.
I mean...
Apart from Stardew. Persona.
Yeah.
We're both broken inside.
On the topic of video gaming addictions, what's the game that you think in your young and adult life that you've been most addicted to?
Well, so young, are we talking like kid?
Throughout your life.
What?
Throughout your life. Like, what's the one game?
Throw out my life.
What's... Throw out your life, Ryan, and tell me. No, throughout.
Oh, throughout, not throw out.
What's the game throughout your life, throughout, which you've been most addicted to? So it doesn't matter.
Without a doubt, it would be Dota 2.
How many hours did you put into Dota 2?
I think just over 1,000.
1,000?
1,000 hours over the space of maybe 2 or 3 years.
Oh my god.
I don't think it's that bad.
2 or 3 years?
Yeah.
What point... Wait, was this when I was at uni, or was this before?
We were both at uni.
Oh god, that's even worse. Why were you not doing your work?
Because, uni 2 days a week, Dota 3
days a week.
No, wait. 4? How many days are in a week?
7.
7? So that means 5 days a week for Dota.
I'm really worried that you didn't know how many days are in a week just then. Wow, you are mellow today.
I know, right? Just losing track of time.
What is work? What is week? Well, I think I used to be pretty addicted to The Sims. When I was little, I brought like every expansion pack I think you could get. I think I brought all of them, and I used to play it like
but did you get
every
Hot Date?
chance I get. What? I wasn't allowed Hot Date. I wasn't allowed it. It was too much.
It's too raunchy for a small child.
You could play footsie under the table. Oof. It was too much. Oof. I wasn't allowed it.
Too much for the British household.
I remember showing my mum the case, like, must be like in Curry's or PC World or something.
I can imagine her going, Hot Date!
Exactly. And I was like, Mum, I really want this Sims. Like, my friend's got it from school.
Not sure about this one. It has hearts on the case. And it says Hot Date.
Exactly. And on the back it showed, like, the Sims in a hot tub. And it was like, you can finally woohoo.
Woohoo.
That's all I wanted. But no.
To woohoo.
I never got to woohoo in my Sims career until I bought Sims 2 on my own.
No, we occasionally play Sims 4.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of fun.
It is.
It's not as bad as a lot of people say. I really like the furniture, kind of like systems and stuff.
Is for the house building and furniture design tools.
Interior design in Sims 4 is so much fun. It's so cozy.
We don't even play the game. All we do is design stuff.
I do like making Sims, but they're always extensions of myself, and I always get slightly like depressed if they do better than me. That's when I stop playing.
But when they beat you in terms of their career?
Yeah. I'm just like, right, I should probably just crack on with work instead of doing this.
You're at the pinnacle of your career. You're on the Superconsole podcast. What could be better?
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely.
So it's quite a fun thing, I think, to talk about a random movie that we've watched or been to see every week. Well, I say every week, whenever these podcasts come out.
Yeah.
And we recently watched The red turtle.
So the trippy turtle. The multicoloured on LSD turtle.
If you haven't heard of the red turtle, it came out in 2016 and it was produced by the Dutch animator Michael Dudok Duit.
That was very good pronunciation.
I mean, I did a weird voice.
That was top notch. At least 10 French viewers just clicked off this video.
He's not even French. He's Dutch.
Excuse me for being racist.
I even said Dutch animator.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
Wow.
I was thinking about that turtle.
Well, it was also co-produced by Toshio Suzuki, who is the former president of none other than Studio Ghibli, which is one of the reasons why we watched it in the first place, because of its ties with...
Because we're weeaboos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the Japanese Walt Disney.
Yeah.
And so I think they're called like Wild Bunch Studio, I think, is the like team that came up with it. Anyway, the point of it that was interesting is obviously when you think Studio Ghibli, you think of like beautiful...
Wait, is it Ghibli or Ghibli?
I kind of alternate so I can never be wrong.
But which one's correct?
Ghibli in Japanese, so it'd be Ghibli, I guess. Ghibli, yeah.
Ghibli.
Yeah.
There we go.
Mitaka Ghibli is the Ghibli museum. But I always said Ghibli, and I named my chicken Ghibli, so it's like stuck. That's really sad that I named my chicken after an anime house.
But then we've also named one of our chickens after a type of crisp.
Oh, so Ruffles.
Which is worse?
True. And you had a hand in that. It wasn't just me.
Yeah, I did.
And Kiki was after Kiki's delivery service.
Yeah.
Oh god, we're such weebs. Anyway, this red turtle, the reason why it's so interesting is because it looks nothing like the classic Studio Ghibli designs that you've like come to expect when you think of things like Howl's Moving Castle and Spirited Away, you know, that kind of fairy tale, fantasy, like kind of style. And it's more
very much a Western style of animation.
It looks really European. Like in design, it's really European. It's quite minimal.
Yeah.
And washed out colours and
washed
like
out. Yeah.
And there's also like pretty much no dialogue apart from shouting every now and again. But what did you think of it?
I really liked it. It was quite the adventure.
I think like the kind of concept behind it, if you haven't seen it or heard about it, is that there's this young guy who gets basically washed up on an island. He tries to escape the island, but every time he tries to escape, this massive red turtle stops him from leaving. And it's kind of the story of like what happens to him afterwards. So he keeps building boats. This red turtle, of a bitch of a red turtle, keeps destroying them. And
don't give away too much of the story.
I think that's pretty minimal.
Yeah.
I think that's the beginning. And then things happen, and they get pretty trippy.
So I heard about the movie at work from someone, and Lachlan, and he...
Shout out your boy.
Yeah, shout out my boy, my homeboy Lachlan. How you doing? And he did suggest it, but he also did say it was quite trippy, quite weird and out there. So I kind of knew that it wouldn't be a conventional film when I was going in.
About a red turtle.
But I didn't think it would be as crazy as it is.
I mean, it was one of those things where once it started getting weird, you kind of expected all the weirdness that came afterwards. Yeah. Like, you were like, okay, we're in for a weird ride here. Cool.
Yeah, cool.
But I don't think I'd watch it again. And I know we've bought it on DVD, so...
I don't know about that, though.
I don't know. I can't think of another...
I think I could watch it again.
I can't think of another time in my life where I'm going to be in the mood to watch it. It's quite like a...
But I mean, in general, though, there's only a few animated movies that I've watched, like, more than one time. Being Akira, and then, I think, quite a few Studio Ghibli films. Studio Ghibli. Spirited Away, I've watched a ton of times.
I've watched, like, pretty much everything but Grave of the Fireflies again. I can't watch that again.
We can't, no.
Never again.
No, never. Did we buy it on DVD?
I think I've got the collection, that's why.
Yeah. No, I think we actually bought, like, a singular copy.
Oh, maybe.
And then we've just, like, never touched it since because it was so upsetting.
I couldn't stop crying.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched that and you're feeling sad and alone...
Don't watch it.
Don't watch it. Put on Porco Rosso instead.
Oh my god.
This week in the news, have you been checking video game websites and news vlogs, Ryan?
I have been quite... I don't think I've checked anything this week. I think I might have browsed Polygon for like a minute, saw something about Call of Duty World War II, and then clicked off.
Good. Okay, well, my first question should be quite easy for you, because it's around something you like. So, what game just sold over 20 million copies in under 8 months?
Was it Destiny 2?
No. And under 8 months? Come on, it's only been out for a month, isn't it?
No, it's...
Oh, that's the PC version.
PC version.
But anyway, no, it is on PC though, so that's a hint.
Overwatch?
9. That's been longer than 8 months.
8 months?
Mm.
What came out 8 months ago?
It's about 7.5 months ago, I think, if I'm being specific.
Why am I being so...
It's still in early access.
It's still in early access.
It's something you play.
PUBG.
Yes.
The PUBG.
PUBG has sold over 20 million copies, still in early access, in under 8 months. That's insane.
I think, yeah, it is insane. I think it's just the microtransactions in it that I just really dislike.
What is so good about PUBG?
It's just fun, and like it's one of those games where it's like Dota, where you enter into a game, and every time you enter into the game, even though it's the same map, and it's the same set of guns that you're trying to get each game, the scenarios which occur in each game changes every time, and it's always that change of story in every game that you go into that makes it seem different and more fun, because the final circle that you end up in PUBG is always moving about the map. You're always deciding to go to like different drop zones where you start off and things. So I think it's just one of those games where even though it's the same thing that you're going into, you always get something different out of it every single time. The same as like competitive games like Dota, where there's a lot of branching decisions and it changes it.
I don't know what it was about what you were saying, but my tummy just kept rumbling, like insistently.
It was agreeing.
Yes.
Yes.
I still am not sold on PUBG, but it's just not my kind of thing.
Yeah, but you're not into...
It's shooty gun
Yeah,
games.
you're not into FPSs, so it's understandable.
I like Far Cry. Old Far Cry. Not new Far Cry. But I mean, I haven't tried Far Cry 5, so it could be for me. Who knows? I do want to try Assassin's Creed though, Origins. It looks really nice.
It does look so good. And I'm gonna gush for about 20 seconds here, if you don't mind. I love games set in Egypt. I love Egypt in general. I love old Egypt history. The lack of games set in Egypt is absolutely crazy. Like, I think you played it, which was the Egyptian city. There we go.
Yeah.
The Egyptian
I
city.
knew you were coming onto it.
Egyptian city building game that I played a hell of a lot when I was growing up, and it was like one of my favourite games. And I still love playing it because it looks incredible, because it's just like isometric pixel art kind of like style.
It is really pretty.
So it still looks really nice.
It has aged so well.
But it's the same with all games like that. I think
like Age of Empires.
Age of Empires 2 just still looks really nice. Even if you don't have the HD edition, it still looks really good. Real top notch. But yeah,
real top notch.
real top notch. But yeah, no, it's just surprising that there's really few games that touch on Egypt as a setting, and it's quite surprising, seeing as it's quite rich in like story and like history and stuff. Well,
Strange Brigade, the upcoming third-party shooter from Rebellion.
Do a little plug.
Shout out to my boys.
What up, Rebellion?
I think some of their part of their campaign is set in Egypt, so you can look forward to that. And they've got some really cool Egyptian boss monsters and all sorts, and general enemies. So, shoot some mummies. Great times. Coming out of PlayStation's Paris Media Showcase, 2 games were criticised for their mature content. What upcoming titles were they? Did you watch
Mario Odyssey and Stardew Valley. They're absolutely brutal. Did you see what Mario does to those poor toads and stuff? He just destroys them all.
Jumps on their head.
He jumps on their head.
It's true. It's criminal.
Is it Koopas?
What, the Goombas?
The Goombas, that's it.
Koopas and little turtle things.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, he kills them all. It's dreadful.
You choose to kill them.
It should be an 18+.
Did you watch any of the Paris Media Showcase?
No, I didn't. It's not that I don't like PlayStation. It's that I don't really ever been into that PlayStation since like PlayStation 2.
So you haven't got any idea what the 2 games that might have been criticised for mature content might have been? There were 2 new trailers.
I think it was The Last of Us. No, not Last of Us. Was it Last of Us? It was The Last of Us.
Part 2.
Because I haven't watched it.
Mm.
Because I haven't... We tried to play the first one, didn't we? I think we're pretty much
nearly halfway.
No, we're over halfway.
Are we?
But anyway, so I've heard like it's really brutal, but there's not a lot of context to like the actual brutality behind it.
No, it's zero context. It's
just straight into like the gore.
You see someone hanging somebody.
Yeah.
And
that's generally not nice.
What there's something else happened. I think I've kind of mentally blocked it from my mind what happens next because I think I was so shocked by someone gets stabbed. I can't think. But it was pretty gory. But then the other one was the Detroit trailer. Detroit Become Human.
Really?
You seen that?
No.
And it wasn't that it was gory. It was the kind of scene it portrayed. It was like an abuse situation involving a child.
Right, okay. No, I get that. That would be distressing to watch.
It was distressing, but I don't think... A lot of people were like, I don't feel the need for it to be in a trailer, blah, blah, blah.
Do you think it's people just being generally poop?
I mean, a little bit, because I think video games should be a form of media for you to kind of, tell different stories. And some of those stories are difficult topics. Why should we breeze around difficult topics? As long as they're dealt with carefully and in the right way, I think there's a space to talk about child abuse. I think there's a space to talk about, depression and all sorts.
No, it's true. I mean, if you stop talking about it, you're kind of ignoring the issue, right?
Exactly. It happens, and I think it needs to be addressed in all forms of media. And the point of the trailer was that there was, in any Quantic Dream game, you have a choice. And there was either the choice to kind of ignore it and save yourself, or the other choice was to go, to save the child and to do something and step in. And it was that kind of, obviously, the hero moment was when you changed your mind and you saved the child. And it was a really good trailer, I thought. What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
What are you laughing at?
Your hands, they're always just everywhere, aren't they? I think secretly you're a politician.
I got criticised in my presentation training for flailing.
I think you just had politician training. I
just get really, into what I'm talking about and my hands express it. But you can't see that because this is a podcast.
Mm.
I have to, hold my hands together.
I think we should put handcuffs on you next time.
Maybe we should just hold hands. There we go. That was nice. This isn't awkward at all. Okay, so basically, you should watch those trailers.
You're off again.
I'm using my one free hand
You need to stop.
Give
me that other hand. All right.
Now we're doing some kind of seance.
All right, we're holding both hands together now.
Okay. Please watch the trailers. They're really good. In general. And you should check out... They announced some cool new games, the new Sucker Punch game is Ghost of Tsushima. There we go. And it's kind of like samurai-style game, but not samurai, a bit more... I can't even describe, but it's gritty. It's gritty.
Okay.
It looks good. Ubisoft confirmed that Assassin's Creed Origins and Watch Dogs are set in the same universe. Name one other gaming universe which collides.
Oh, I should know at least one of these. Oh, God. I can't think.
I stupidly thought of this question and then didn't think of an answer. But just came into my head.
I mean, maybe we should ask the people who are listening to leave a comment on that.
I literally am having a brain fart. All I can think of right now is Mario and Rabbids, but that's like an
obvious thing, right?
But that's they did it on purpose. Whereas what I'm trying to think of is
Portal and Half-Life.
Oh, there we go. That's a good one. There must be some more.
There definitely are. Can't think of them now.
Oh my god. But it's quite interesting though, in general. I quite like it when you play a video game and then you see a small fragment of something else. Oh, I know. So in Swery's games, Deadly Premonition, he always leaves little clues back to some of his old games. I've completely forgotten the name of his game before Deadly Premonition now, but he...
Killer 7?
Sweary, not Suda. Oh my lord.
God,
Get
I'm
your
so sorry.
Japanese developers right, Ryan Page. But Sweary made a game before Deadly Premonition, which was also a kind of spy game. Is it called Spy Fiction? Am I making that up? Maybe. And he, even one of the main characters in Deadly Premonition, I'm pretty sure was in his previous game as a different character. Like, there's lots of cool little tiny links. And that's what I think makes it a really cool game.
Wow.
Among other things.
Nice.
That was all from my video game news. Was there anything you've read about this week that was interesting? That wasn't about loot boxes?
No, literally nothing.
It's just all about loot
all
boxes.
About loot boxes.
And Call of Duty World War 2.
Yeah, which I think it sold, was it more than Infinite Warfare?
Yes,
which
it has already
isn't
sold
hard.
more than... Well, Infinite Warfare starts quite promisingly. Like, and then it's just not good.
You've played Infinite Warfare?
I have.
When did you play Infinite Warfare?
I got a copy.
When did you play it?
For free.
When did you play it?
When it came out. I literally got it on
no,
launch.
No, you didn't.
I got given it. Yeah.
I never saw you play it.
Well, I did. Ask people.
You're a secret Call of Duty lover, aren't you?
I'm not a lover. Like, I only played a few levels, but I liked the opening scene. It's like set in like a futuristic, I think it's Korea or something, which is probably why I like it, because it's like an Asian setting.
I can imagine your face when you're playing that, like, oh, didn't expect this. Oh, it's set in Asia.
But then all of the facial animations, like all that is amazing. Like, it is.
And Kit Harington.
Oh, it's got Kevin Spacey in there, isn't it?
Oh.
Orcs.
But Kit Harington?
Is he in it?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get that bit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, he's in space, is he?
Yeah,
I'm making that up.
He's in space.
Yeah.
Jon Snow in space.
I didn't get that bit. I obviously didn't play that much.
Okay.
But Jon Snow in space. He knows nothing.
Okay.
Is there anything coming out soon that you want to play?
There definitely is, but I can't think. This is going really well.
You haven't readied your brain for this podcast at
No.
all. What do I want to play? I can't even think either.
I mean, are you going to get Doom on Switch?
No.
Why not?
I've no need to play something where I have to kill aliens.
But imagine playing it on a train.
No.
Fun environment.
No. Not when I can be playing Stardew Valley and making the best damn farm there is.
Your Stardew Valley planning / like general skills are just not up to parquet.
I'm focusing on different things, like wooing Shane.
Your levels in the mine
Hold on.
are terrible.
My mine levels, I'm at 40 now. My mine levels may not be as deep as yours, but how many hearts has your girl got?
I think like 5 or 6.
Well, I'm literally at the point of marriage.
Why are you rushing straight to marriage, Kate?
Because I want him to help me on the farm. If it's anything
lazy.
If it's anything like Harvest Moon, they help you do chores. I don't know if that happens, but I'm willing to find out by rushing into a marriage with an alcoholic.
Yeah, but if you do it with an alcoholic, everything's just going to be done in like a really tacky way.
No, he'll take care
not
of my
saying anything
chickens.
about the alcoholics out there, but I just imagine him being like, you're going to have to find loads of left bottles just in your crops.
No, he's going to look after my chickens well. He's going to give me blue chickens, Ryan.
Give you
blue eggs.
Drunk chickens. Spike their water.
Happy chickens.
With their hops.
With their hops.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Right, listener questions. We've got a few lovely, actually quite chicken-orientated listener questions. So the first one from our dear friend Robbie. He said at the Paris press conference, or media showcase, last week, was it? He said that there was the Guacamelee 2 trailer came out. Did you see that? Did you play Guacamelee 1? Did you?
Yes, I did.
What did you think?
I didn't complete it. I think it was... No, I thought it was
that
really...
Mexican platform, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was really fun, but I've never been into platformers, so it's kind of like a weird thing where I never really completed, I tried to play Ori and the Blind Forest. I thought the art direction stuff was really good, and the music was really good, but I only played like 2 hours of it, and it just... Platformers just don't do it for me. I think the gameplay really turns me away.
That's sad.
It is sad.
I really like Crash Bandicoot.
But then, like, I'm quite into other unconventional platformers like Terraria and that kind of thing. So
I really liked the art style of Guacamelee. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
I liked the general design, the
music,
general tone and style of it. So he said there was a lot of chickens in the Guacamelee 2 trailer. In fact, there was even like a chicken priest and everything. There was a chicken oracle at one point. It was quite cool. The chicken has some serious moves. It's feisty. And he asked, what was our favourite video game chicken of all time?
I can't think of like something that's really iconic. I can think of lots of games which have chickens in, like Counter-Strike and Minecraft.
Yeah, but Counter-Strike chickens are there for fodder. They're there to be shot at. It's horrible.
Only if you want to shoot them. You don't have to shoot.
You said you get bonus points for shooting them.
In deathmatch, yes.
It's horrible.
Or gun? Is it gun game? I can't remember.
Every week we're going to talk about this injustice. Every time. I always think of cuckoos in Zelda. I know they're not specifically chickens because they're called
chocobos
cuckoos.
Technically chickens? Does Final Fantasy have chickens outside of chocobos?
I don't think. Maybe. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of Final Fantasy 14 if we saw any on the farms.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. That'd be interesting.
I'm going to Google this after this podcast is done.
Do you know what are great chickens? Animal Crossing chickens.
Oh, right.
The townsfolk.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool. I can't think of the name of the my favourite one. He's quite like a jock type. He's cool. But I like cuckoos in Zelda because they have, they stand up for themselves. You mess with a cuckoo, they mess with you,
I saw a great gif of where Link was carrying a chicken on his head, his little cuckoo, and then he got attacked by one of those like large swarms of bats, and when they attacked Link, they also attacked the chicken.
Oh, no.
So when they attacked the chicken, a load of other chickens spawned and started attacking this massive group of bats. So there was just like big like fight between these bats and these chickens. It was amazing.
Who won?
Chickens.
Of course. Although in Zelda, there's another type of bird-like creature called the Akoko. Do you remember these?
The bird people.
They're in Twilight Princess. I don't know if they're in other Zelda games, I can't think. But in Twilight Princess, you can escape the dungeon with them. But they're really creepy. They've got like baby human face, chicken body.
Right.
And you can fly with them. They are messed up. They are scary.
This sounds like Dark Souls kind of like character design.
They're a little bit like Dark Souls character design, actually. But, Zelda-y. And I always was weirdly fascinated / horrified by them. And I actually named one of my chickens a Coco, but I shortened it to Coco. Do you remember Coco?
Oh my god, is that... I thought you just liked... Because you liked
Cocoa Pops.
Cocoa Pops, chocolate milkshake, that kind of thing.
No, her full name was a Coco.
A Coco.
And I shortened it to Coco because it's really difficult to shout a Coco down the garden. Well, it's not, but it's, it didn't have the same ring to it. Yeah. But yeah, she was named after the scary ass birds in Twilight Princess.
Not strictly a chicken. But the guy from Hotline Miami with his chicken mask. That's a badass chicken. That
is a badass reference. That's great.
If that's acceptable, I'm going to go with that.
I think that's acceptable. Done.
Yeah.
The next question follows on from this somewhat. I think it's a joke. Not quite sure. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a very metaphorically deep question. From Kaz, I think on Discord. They ask, why did the chicken cross the road?
To go to Nando's.
Oh, Brian. You can get out of this room.
And go to Nando's.
No! He wasn't going to Nando's. If he was going there, he'd go for their tasty halloumi wrap.
No, he's going straight into a burger.
Get out.
And getting Nando's.
You are going and apologising to those chickens later. What came first, in your opinion, chicken or the egg?
The egg. No, the chicken.
That was the quickest take back I've ever seen.
The chicken, surely.
But then, how did the chicken come to being?
I don't think either of us are qualified to
answer this question.
Answer this question.
They're too deep. They're too good. I do think it's the chicken though. Definitely.
Yeah.
If we're going Big Bang Theory, it's just BAM! Chicken. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Cool. And our last question. What's the longest you've played a game in one sitting? Which I think is quite an apt question for this topic for this week of addictions.
I don't think I've ever played one game, like, for like a really long sitting, but maybe multiple games. So like where I go to like play LAN games and stuff with my friends, where we might play stuff like Warcraft, Starcraft, Dota, and like things like Halo and stuff, but it'll probably be spread out over the space of like an entire day. So we'll usually do something like play from like lunch until pretty much like 11 o'clock the next day in the morning. And then go to sleep.
I can imagine you now all sitting there on your sofa in your back room with some Doritos. You've got some spicy dip.
This is a very accurate picture you're painting.
Maybe like a big bottle of
Coke.
We
drank Coke.
Yeah, I was thinking, was it Coke or would it be something?
Cherry Coke was also
awful, like Monster energy drink. I bet it was.
No, it was Cherry Coke. We had a lot of Cherry Coke.
You used to drink a lot of. Was it Monster or what was it called? The other one you drank.
Kick.
No. Oh God. Yes.
Yes, KX. Kick.
Oh, gross. I remember coming to one of your like gaming nights that you had with your friends when we were young. What did we play? Left 4 Dead, was it?
Possibly, and you were like terrified of the witch.
Oh my God, she was horrible. Yeah, because you stitched me up.
Oh yeah.
Right, okay. Let me set the scene for you. I'm young. I'm naive. I don't really play like co-op shooting games or horror games that much.
Or shooting games in general.
I just don't play anything other than Animal Crossing. Okay, that's me at this point.
Animal Crossing, Zelda, Phoenix Wright. I think that was like that period.
Yeah, good games. So I'm put into like a medic role or something, and someone says to me, "There's a like a car over there. You know, can you hear that like kind of wailing sound? You need to shoot the car." And it scares, like, it makes a siren go and it scares away all the zombies. And I was like, okay, cool. So I go up to this damn car, set off the alarm, and if anyone's played Left 4 Dead, you get hoarded. Like, they come running at you. It was terrifying. And then that witch thing was horrible.
Yeah.
I can't remember really what happened with that, but I remember it being scary.
Generally with the witch, the idea is that you can't, like, you're not meant to like startle her, which is like you can't really like walk up to her and start like blowing your flashlight in her face and like generally like setting off your guns and stuff near her and making loud noises. Just generally going. So really
my car
close
alarm was bad.
You were hilarious.
It was terrifying. That and those scary dead babies in Dead Space. Was it Dead Space we played?
I'm not sure.
I think so. There was some scary like mutant-y baby alien things.
Did we play Dead Space?
I think we did.
Okay. I can't remember that.
Well, it's definitely not. It's not sci-fi in Left 4 Dead, so it had to be in that, I think.
Maybe.
And then we played Halo, which I wasn't very good at. I just wasn't into the kind of games that you were when we were younger.
Well, I was into like really generic games, like a 15-year-old. Just like
lads.
Halo and Assassin's Creed.
I liked Assassin's Creed 1 and 2.
I know, but like.
And Brotherhood.
It was that general whole thing, like 15. That was pretty much like the peak games that were being played.
That's true. I don't know. What's the longest game I've played in one sitting? What's the longest time I've been playing a game?
Probably in like uni or something.
Oh,
right?
No. I remember now. So, No More Heroes is a game which is very close to my heart. And No More Heroes 1 over No More Heroes 2. Always No More Heroes 1. But me and my friend Becca... Hello, Becca. We decided to play back through No More Heroes 2 in one sitting once. I went around her house and I don't know what happened, but so there's a boss fight between you and Shinobi, who's kind of like your apprentice, kind of like she has a katana like as well, and you have a boss fight against her. I don't know what was wrong with me. I've completed the game before. I'm good at No More Heroes. Like, I've got that Wii, like, sword swinging action down to a T, you know? I can charge my beam katana faster than any man. It's a skill. But this boss fight just went on forever. I think we played it for like hours solidly. This one fight for hours. I think we had to have regular breaks and kept like doing that thing where
switching in and switching out.
In. I was like, right, you take over a bit, because it's tiring. Like, No More Heroes isn't the kind of game which you can like, you know, anything on a move controller. That's PlayStation. Anything on like a kind of motion controller, it wears you down after a while.
Couldn't imagine what it'd be like for us now, being the kind of adults we are.
Lazy.
Well, not just lazy, but like
tired.
We spend all day at our desks. You know, we don't do much exercise. We're not fat. We're just
not fit.
Not fit. There we go.
We're not fit at all. So we played solidly for I probably went round hers around lunchtime, and we were still playing at like 4 a.m, which is that's a long gaming session for me.
That's crazy for you.
For me, that is serious. But I think we did complete it all. Like, I don't know if we did it all in one day or if we
woke up and then started playing again.
Yeah, but it was great. It was one of those, you know, when you're in your life, you look back and you have those iconic kind of moments to you, special moments where you think about the great video game experiences you've had with other people. And I think most of my favourite gaming times have been with my friends. Either like playing through No More Heroes with Becca, or playing through Deadly Premonition with Becca. We played lots together. Or playing horror games with Beth and me being terrified. Or like, you know, not always games which I would ever play on my own necessarily, but good times with my friends. Like, but also great experiences on my own playing Persona. What's your favourite gaming like memory?
Of how like long ago? Can it be like literally any kind of like point in my life?
Go on. Go wild.
Probably peak kind of like launch of Halo 3, because it was kind of like my first proper kind of full experience of playing online with like other players and stuff, like all over the world kind of thing. And it was quite eye-opening. But then it was also not just me playing it, but also my friends, because I played like a few multiplayer games and stuff before Halo 3, but it was the first time where I properly like with all my friends, we would just get together and play together, or would be on microphone and just be playing from our houses and stuff. It was just like a really nice time.
Nice. Yeah, I think it is always like with friends, it's always like a nice moment. I've just remembered some like funny birthday parties I've had where all my friends have been playing Just Dance together.
Oh god.
And like just silly things like that are always the things which I can't like stick with you, even though they're not like the best games ever, but they're like memorable ones. Or me and Daisy like sitting down when we were little playing Mario Party on the N64, arguing so much because it was her N64, I didn't have one when I was younger, and she wouldn't tell me the controls. She'd always skip through the tutorial of every mini game and then be like, no, it's fine, just do this. And she'd tell me the wrong button every time, so I lost. She was such a cheater. Daisy, you're a massive cheater if you're listening. And she used to do the same on Pokemon Coliseum on N64. All of the mini games, she wouldn't tell me any of the controls. So I'd always lose and she'd always win. And I swear, when I went to the toilet, she definitely rolled that dice on Mario, like every time. But those were great memories because though we argued, it was good fun. We do need more party games like that. Like you and me playing Overcooked together.
Yeah, but I think that's just not even just party games. We need just more co-op games in general. Just like actual co-op games, not like playing up against each other online or like multiplayer battles, but actual kind of like co-op, playing through single player, that kind of thing.
That was my tummy again. Oh my god. I think I need to go eat a pot of joy.
I think we need to do that.
Pot of joy and a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Earl Grey?
Maybe not Earl Grey. I think I fancy normal tea.
Okay. So, if you would like to have one of your questions answered by our very deep, thought-provoking brains, you can drop us a comment if you're listening to this on YouTube or SoundCloud. Can you comment on iTunes? No, you can't. On iTunes.
You can leave a review, can't you?
Yeah, but it's a bit weird to leave a review of a question, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
5 stars, but here's a question.
Tweet us.
You can tweet me at Superconsole, or you can tweet Ryan at Ryan O'Page.
Tweet me. Give me a plug. I need those followers.
Or if you're feeling really old school, then you can always drop me an email at superconsolegaming@gmail.com and maybe put in the header podcast question or smiley faces chicken love, and I'll answer it. Maybe. Okay. If it's nice. I'm sure they will be. If it's mean, then I might.
Or if it's Daisy contacting you being like, I wasn't cheating, you were just really bad at the game.
What accent is that?
That's Daisy.
You were just really bad. Oh yes, my good friend Daisy. Is that you? Oh dear. Yeah. If it's Daisy, then hit me up, leave me a comment, girl. I'll speak to you on the next one. Thank you very much for listening as always, and jokes aside, if you do want to drop us a lovely review on iTunes, please do that. It helps get our podcast out there. Same on YouTube. Put that thumbs up. Smiley face.
Give us that ad revenue.
So it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.